What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Claroos.
And this is How to Train Your Dragon official trailer. They dropped a little big game spot at the soup thing that we can't say because trademarks and it's dumb. But we didn't watch it because we were like, you know what? There's probably a trailer coming this week.
Yeah.
And we were right.
Yeah. We nailed it.
Nailed that one.
We were like, oh, should we react to this? And we were like, oh my god, it's like 30 seconds. Like,
yeah. We'll wait for the trailer. And now here it is. So let's dive into How to Train Your Dragon live action official trailer. We are still wondering why this exists. But, you know, the first trailer looked live action.
Yeah.
Oh. Trailer now. Yeah, we know. We clicked on it.
We're all descendants of the finest dragon fighters from everywhere the Vikings ever traveled.
Damn.
These beasts are a threat to all of our lands.
Damn, she was great.
It's
Yeah.
time, Eka.
I have to kill you. I will because I'm a Viking. Hear that? I'm a Viking.
Oh.
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
It looks awesome, right?
It
Like
does.
the visuals are pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not as bad as we think they are.
I like that he's not trying to do a Jake Baruchel voice.
Yes.
Figure out which side you're on.
They've killed hundreds of us!
And we've killed thousands of them!
Okay.
Toothless, no! She's a friend! You all need to see this. I'm not one of them.
Wow, you've lost everything. Your father, your tribe,
Wow.
your best friend. What are you gonna do about it?
Probably something stupid.
I didn't like that
Well,
line.
you've already done that.
It's something crazy. It's up to us. Us? Stick with me.
All right, bud, you ready?
That was good.
Yeah, the flying looks incredible.
Come on!
Oh, that's sick. Okay.
All right.
The terrible terror!
It's like the size of my...
Gotta love throwing in an adult joke for the adults.
Thank
cool.
you. Yeah.
Cool. I'm like, great visuals. It's so funny to me. Sometimes like one thing can really like stick in my craw. And Ygritte?
Astrid.
I knew there was an it at the end. That line was not good.
That was a little bit cringe.
Wow, you've lost everything. Your father. I was like, Not. That was a little cringe, my liege.
Which, here's the thing, like, they are, like, fucking 12. Kind of checks out. Like, that's, like, the thing I would have said as a 12-year-old to be like, wow, your life sucks, my dude. Like...
Yeah, but you just put more stank on it than she did.
Yeah, but I'm also 30.
But, like, she just kind of... It was... The line delivery wasn't great.
All right. But
I get that
apart from
for a
that,
trailer line, it sets up the movie.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I would maybe do an ADR pass on that one.
Does weirdly feel like a line that is meant for the trailer and maybe would be cut from the movie.
I'd be fine with that.
Like,
It felt very like, wow, you've lost everything.
she wrote it down
I
so
know.
that she could really like.
And she was great in other parts of the trailer. Like, I'm not trying to cover that girl. Her yelling about like whose side you're on. Like there's a lot of great moments. I think like the Gerard Butler moment with him and his son. Probably one of the best moments in the animated movie too. Is but again, it's like that was also good in the animated movie. Is just kind of what I think about a lot of this.
Yeah, I it's one of those weird things where I'm watching a trailer of a movie that I've already seen, which is cool. Like I'm like, I know that I will have a fun time with the movie. I think it is like really interesting that they were able to put it into live action.
Yeah.
Again, I don't. I guess the live action remakes make money. And they were like, we're just going to make some more money off of this movie that people like.
Well, and I think that part of it, this is so cynical, but I do think there's a part of it that is they have the theme park coming that has the like live action show with the giant dragon puppets. And so I do think there's an element of like corporate synergy here where they're like, hey, we're spending $2 billion or who knows how much they actually spent putting this theme park together in Orlando. We need to put out a new How to Train Your Dragon thing to go along with it.
Yeah.
Let's, you've got Gerard Butler, you've got some like serious star power, you've got, a great young cast.
Oh yeah, the movie's gonna be great. Like I can't imagine watching that movie and not liking it because I've seen it before.
But is it going to be interesting enough that I'm not going to be sitting there going, oh, I've seen this before? Like, I think that the test for this movie is going to be, is it going to bring enough to the table for people who have seen the original, or is it just going to be a movie that like is genuinely loved by kids who didn't see the first one?
Sure.
Like that's
Totally
the other part
possible.
of it, right? It's been long enough. It's not like Moana, where like Moana just wasn't long enough for this live action remake to make sense.
Sure, yeah.
There's 3 How to Train Your Dragons.
Yeah.
The first one's a while ago.
Yeah.
Right? Like I was a kid, I think.
I feel like it came out while we were like in like high school.
No, it can't be. Well, maybe.
Like I think it would be late 2000s, early 2010s.
2010, yeah. So it's only been 15 years. Like,
hey, I think that is enough time. Like you said Moana, it was literally a couple of years, but like 15 years, I think, to be like, this is a really great story. Let's bring it to a new generation of kids who, some of them won't watch animated stuff. So
yeah, I think what really works for me is the flying looks really good.
Flying
all the
looks
fire
great.
effects look really good.
Big old Dragon Boy looks really good.
In live action, it seems sillier that they're fighting dragons in that pit. You know that the kids are.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
There is something about
once they are literal children fighting dragons, you're like, wow, these people are fucking brutal.
Well, not just brutal, but like there's something about animation that allows for you to be like, oh yeah, there's kids in a pit with a dragon that's trying to kill them.
The danger feels less real.
Yeah, but in live action, it almost takes on a slightly more comedic bent because you're like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like it feels more crazy.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that'll affect the audience very much. But it was something I noticed in this where I'm like, it sticks with me a little bit more than I think it did in the animated. Where I'm like, oh, that thing's a giant creature and they're children.
Yeah.
The flying looks amazing. The sound design, obviously that song, the ba 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 ba, like the theme song for How to Train Your Dragon is awesome.
Yeah.
And the orchestration of it for this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot going for the show. I'm really glad he's not trying to do a Jay Baruchel voice.
For sure, yeah. We
Like,
didn't need it.
Yeah.
Like, do your own thing, forge the character in your own unique way, because no one can do it like you can.
I think the costume design looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think on a technical level, it doesn't look like they made a cheap live action remake.
Yeah.
It does feel like the money was spent. And so I do think that if I can get over, because I don't think everyone's going to care as much as I do, if I can get over the fact that I've seen the movie before, I think that on a technical level, at least, I think I will really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But that's also like the only compliment I levy at the Lion King live action movie is like on a technical level, it's really brilliant. But I didn't enjoy it. Like I was just sitting there being like, oh, like I would rather go watch the animated one. Yeah. And so I'm really hoping I don't have the same experience here. Right. And like the dragons look more photoreal.
Sure.
But like, am I going to walk out of this movie being like, I can watch the animated one?
Here's the thing. I think
they've also added like 40 minutes. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, apparently it's like well over 2 hours.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And I think the original's I think the original's like a clean.
Should be right at the top, I thought. Oh, yeah.
The original's like 140 and the new one's like 220. So like, why is there 40 more minutes? Like, what is that time spent on?
Well, actually, that makes me a little more interested to see what they changed and what is different, because if it was just a 1-for-1, like so many of the shots are literally 1-for-1 from the iconic moments, which I can appreciate. But if you just show me the same movie but in live action, I'm kind of going to be like, yeah, cool. The fact that there is something different, there is something more to it, is more intriguing to me, actually.
I hope that what I sometimes feel like with the animation to live action is that they're longer because everything just takes a little bit longer. Because they're like, well, we're going to like we're just going to like act.
Right.
And like cartoons move quick.
Yeah.
And so sometimes what, the Lion King, not to just keep bringing it back to that one, but like the movies, there's nothing new in it. It's just longer because it just takes longer to get to things. Like it's just slower. Yeah. And so I'm hopeful that in that 40 minutes they've added, it's not just that it's How to Train Your Dragon, but a little bit slower. It's How to Train Your Dragon, and we've explored some concepts more deeply. We've like attacked some themes a little bit more strongly. We've done something. We've worked on the Astrid and like Hiccup romance a little bit and given them a little bit more time together.
Yeah.
Stuff like that would be more interesting than like this scene is longer because it's not a cartoon and real people talk slower.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That is a fair point.
And so that's going to be a big question. I have a lot of question marks with this movie. I'll be there day one. I think it looks really like it could be something special.
Yeah.
But I have more caveats with it than if this trailer came out and there wasn't a movie that it was if this was How to Train Your Dragon, A New World, and it was this trailer, but it looked like it was going to be a different story than one of the exact stories of the 3 movies.
Yeah.
Like if it was a new story in this world, I would be significantly more excited than I am.
Yeah, I hear you.
Right? Because now this just has that like
It has that comparison, like that you're not going to be able to escape from.
Because the line, like, they've killed hundreds of us, we've killed thousands of them. It's a banger.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it hasn't been 30 years. Like, we used to remake movies every 34, you know what I mean? Like, yes, there's 4 A Star Is Borns, but all 4 of A Star Is Borns were made by a different generation when what it meant to be a star meant something different in Hollywood. Right? And so all 4 of those movies, they're the same concept and there's the same story, but how they connect to our modern world is very different.
Yeah.
I don't know that the story of How to Train Your Dragon there's a generational shift that this can tap into.
Yeah.
I don't know that there's gonna be a lot of Gen Z humor in it. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they're gonna kind of go there. And so I'm just curious, like, do they make TikTok jokes? I don't think so.
No.
And so what is the like cultural shift that this new version is going to be commenting on when How to Train Your Dragon came out, we were in the middle of the Iraq War and we were villainizing people around the world for like perceived slights.
Yeah.
And How to Train Your Dragon comes out in a very post 9/11 kind of, why are we villainizing people? And I guess we're still there. And so maybe this movie,
I don't think it has lost its relevance, for sure.
No.
But
it just won't take on a new one.
Yes,
I don't think.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Just curious. Sorry, that's a lot of like thinking about a movie that's just fun dragon stuff. But if you like the video, like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave me comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is... It's gotta be Astrid.
Astrid, yeah.
I swear to God, leave that girl alone.
Yeah.
If I see any of you being weird about her skin color, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind, okay? Leave the child alone.
Yeah.
Attack Universal, fine. Leave the kid alone. If you want to follow us on the internet, you can. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
I'm at Claris Polaris.
Do something nerdy tonight. Bye.
Bye.